Hello, it's Lost John 300 here, and welcome to Racing for Real. Today we're looking at Real Racing 3, how to farm. You see we've got 170% bonus today, so you get all these bonuses. There used to be more race win bonuses, but you see we're on 170% bonus RS. So what we're going to be looking at is seeing if we can farm more than 400,000 racing dollars. We're going into the Masters Series here. We're looking to do all this in one race. Classic Ferrari Showdown, and we're going to do the Cup circuit to 24 hours at Le Mans. Any other Le Mans races, this has got to get quite far in the game to get to this point, but this is a good way. This is basically the best way I've found to farm for racing dollar. Okay, you go in there. Now I've got both cars nearly fully upgraded. I didn't do those two because I couldn't see much point of that. It does help at this point because we're going to be taking on as many friends as possible. I recently did this, so I haven't got any friends who recently did this, so that's not going to help us here. But as we go into it, right, now there's a few things to notice on this critical. This is quite a difficult race to do, so we've got to make sure we win it, and we're only going to get one shot at this because what we'll be using when it comes up here, the crew, we're going to be using the RS Michael, whatever it's called, Natalie, whatever she's called. They're going to get us bonus fame, bonus dollars. You can use whatever, I forget his name. Anyway, you can use him if you want to keep your car service so you can do it a second time. Now on the line here it's critical you wait 1.7 seconds before you go now we go. Now if you notice, that gives us a bit of a head start. If you don't think it's quite enough, you can weave a bit like I'm doing here, so make sure you don't catch them because we're going to cheat here because we definitely need to win, and that's a big group to get through and it's not guaranteed and you have to win this. So we're going to go straight across here. This puts in, get right wide as far as you can because everybody will try and take you out on the outside here. Now we're into third place. That's better than you normally do. You normally have to fight a bit more than that to get through here. Now up to second, and just make sure you don't get hit at all because that will slow you down, and you want to do this as quickly as possible. So we've just got to make sure we've got a big gap for the car behind us. We're quite quick. We've just got to make sure we get by this car clean because weirdly on this, well obviously during the whole game you don't really notice on other circuits, but your top speed is seriously affected if you take damage. You can drop by about 10 miles an hour. So it really slows you down on this track if you get a bit of damage, you get stuck in traffic. We just cut across it. Right, I'm in first. Now it's just a case of seeing what lap times I can do. We're gonna oh, he's coming back at us here. Just got to make sure it's safe because he's coming right back at us. Just got to make sure because you can get tangled up so easily and it's very easy to lose this race. Just make sure you get, we're coming back and we're ahead. You can just hold this nicely. Right, we should be okay to this point. Now it's just a case of seeing how fast and smooth you can do this lap, not taking any risks whatsoever. Okay, we're coming into the end of the first lap here. And then from this stage, it's just see what gets far ahead as possible, as quickly as possible, and see what lap times you can do. And yeah, that's basically it. So that's so on to the second lap here. This is going to roll through. This is the end of the second lap. So what can we do? We're doing a 2:24. Now interestingly, that is roughly the time that LMGP1 cars do around this track. So that's suggesting that the cars on this game are a bit too quick, if you didn't already know that. See if we get a 3:23 here. Yeah, recently they've been taking pole position in roughly this time, so we'd be keeping up with them at this stage, and in a Ferrari F50 I don't think that's happening. Okay, we're coming up, we're just going to do this little bit and then we're going to complete the final lap. Okay, so we're coming through the Porsche curves. about to approach the last chicane, and we're seeing how much over 400,000 we can farm off of just one race, trying to do it as minimum time as possible. Like I said, if you've got 2 cars, you can use the other bonus guy to get to service your car, so you can in theory do this 3 times to get another, should be roughly 100 the other 2 times. So let's see what we can get here. RS times 170%, and the manager, that's 400. So we're up to, this is gonna be, what are we, 460 plus here. If we had friends, would be huge amount of fame as well. 30,000 fame, I think that was. So that you're going to level up really quickly with this. This is the ideal way to do it. Like I said, if you haven't got this far in the game, find another Le Mans race where you do as many laps as possible. If any of you know any better race than this to get more RS, let me know. But I mean, I've seen people on here saying, look, you can farm 10,000 RS at a time, and you think, God, is that worth it? Are people actually doing that? So this definitely is the best way to farm both Racing Dollar and fame on this game. No. Oh, I've been playing this game far too long now. Okay, that took 13 minutes and 47 seconds to get nearly 500,000 gold. If you want to see my review of the Spa Grand Prix, it's up here somewhere, and down here somewhere is 7 ways to play Real Racing 3 like a boss. Coming up soon on this channel, we've got the review of the BTCC from Rockingham, so that should be fun. So yeah, that should be coming up soon. And I noticed today there's a new challenge out, so we're going to be looking at that. And oh, also the, what was it in there? Oh, the Mercedes SLS challenge, or whatever it's called. Anyway, see you guys later.